Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to talk about the movie Everything Everywhere All at Once. Starting... Wait! Stop the video. Do not continue watching until the magic words are said. Otherwise, the whole world will go to hell. And those magic words are, don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel so we can continue growing and making it to 1 million subscribers. Don't forget to give it a like. That way I know you guys enjoyed the content and I can continue making wonderful things for you guys and so the world doesn't explode. Don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section below talking about your thoughts on the movie, because we're going to go into deep spoilers talking about all the crazy shizness that happens in this wonderful, crazy experience of movie. Alright guys, now, other Jamil, take it away.
Living life, every day, late at night, not okay. All I want, and I pray, all I need are...
Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I appreciate you guys coming back. I know it's been 2 weeks, but trust me, there is probably another multiverse or universe where I did make this video last week. It just happens to not be in this one. So, I hope you guys enjoy. So today we're going to talk about the movie Everything Everywhere All at Once. Wow, wow, wow. The only way to talk about this movie is spoilers. You guys know that, right? So I hope you guys check this movie out. It was produced by A24, who's really into experimental, different, less expensive films to be made. And honestly, if I had to compare Everything Everywhere All at Once and Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, trust me, I love the Multiverse of Madness. It was pure madness. But this movie, holy cow, what did I just watch? No, I'm just kidding. But honestly, one of the most amazing films I've seen so far in 2022. I'm just gonna have to get into the core of it. You know, you can tell that the movie was made on a budget, but the main character that they chose was really an engaging character. She was someone that can really become an everyman and every woman in this case, because she's a lady. And she's an amazing actress. I believe her name is Michelle Yeoh. And she did this performance where she was playing this woman who owns a laundry and having problems with her husband and having problems with taxes. All very relatable ideas. But then it's wrapped up in this idea of a multiverse, which is a very sci-fi content, which is very something us Marvel fans are very aware of these days. But man, they were really able to kind of take it to its limit. You know, one of the more interesting concepts from the movie for me was the fact that they were able to kind of switch consciousness in order to go into these other universes. So it's not necessarily that you know, that like they can appear and everyone's all at the same place, but instead that the person's gets their brain hijacked basically in order to travel to all these different multiverses, and the person getting their brain hijacked has no idea what's going on. But really, the most amazing thing about it was that they really took the idea of the visual medium, which is film. You know, on the pictures, they're really the biggest thing about it. And one of the things that I really liked about it was how Michelle's character was able to kind of get all these abilities by just literally living through them. And they use like a lot of crazy cool images going through her mind and seeing her kind of just actually experience the idea of learning. Because at the end of the day, what's our greatest ability as humans, and besides adaptability, is the quickness to learn from our mistakes and especially memory wise. So she was able to do that, and that's why she was able to get all these different powers. You know, at the core of the movie, what it's really about is a story about family, which was really amazing and clever to do in such a way where like everyone's kind of caught up in the sci-fi gimmick of it, you know, the multiverse and this idea of saving the whole universes and everything. But I just really love the idea that it wasn't so black and white of like, oh, like she's the chosen one, but they explain it. And then the idea of the chosen one in this story was the fact that she's a blank slate, because they're like, oh, she's like, what makes her special is the fact that she's not necessarily good at anything. And I think that that's something that shouldn't be really overlooked in the concept and the themes that were put in the movie, because as people, just with the fact that we're alive and we exist, can really put us up for greatness. If you decide to study, to do your work, to try to put yourself in as much as possible in whatever hobby or habit you're really into, you can really become like a genius at it. And I think that's part of why that movie was so brilliant, because they chose such a normal, everyday character to become this savior, the savior of the multiverse. So that was really amazing. on some really great cinematography, including scenes where she was like this famous rich singer, and then it really took a lot from, I believe his name is Wong Kar-wai, and his movie In the Mood for Love. For any of you cinephiles, you probably heard of that movie. Especially special shout out to my friend Phil. We had a film class together, and that was a movie that we both really enjoyed. So it was really cool to kind of see those images come into the story. The directors really know what they're doing when it comes to that, really paying homage to a lot of different cinema, including a lot of Asian cinema, and also, I would say, like what's popular in American cinema as well. It's definitely one of the best films that I've seen when it comes to the idea of a multiverse. It was so fully realized, and then they took the ideas to the extremes, and even the idea of the extremes where you're kind of laughing, there's still a point to all of it. So it was really all amazing. And I think that it just comes down to the fact that they were able to really focus down on the character, on Michelle Yeoh's character, and how we were able to understand how amazing she was. And it was very funny at times, and like weird, because they had to explain like how she was able to gain access to all those different multiverses. So it was really amazing. And so the movie felt so big, so huge with the different universes, but at the same time, it was very focused. And that's really what you want in a movie like this, where you have so much things going on. Because as people, we want to be able to focus on the details and really follow along, and they did a crazy, crazy, amazing job. I know this review is pretty short, 6-7 minutes, but it was just so amazing that I don't really want to go too far into it, because I want you guys to experience it for yourself. So if you haven't seen it, but you decided to stick around and watch the video, I really appreciate you guys. Check out the movie, because it's a really amazing, unique, and like mind-boggling journey of a story. And then it goes into like this extreme territory of like the idea, I believe it's called nihilism, where like nothing really matters, all the way to the idea of just like, I would say, kind of enjoying life, because just because it doesn't matter doesn't mean you can't enjoy it. You don't always need a point to everything. And that's something that if you've seen like those kind of auteur French films really goes into, and a lot of Asian cinema can go into as well. And you're able to kind of marry those two kind of worlds, and it makes into this really amazing story. Because that's just the point of story. It's not really like this point, or like, as much as we all love these characters that we watch in the stories, they're not really meant to we're not meant to be that attached to them, which is hard not to do, especially when you have a narrative structure, meaning that, it's a story with a beginning, middle, and end. But when you have like these weird concepts that are really get to be explored, it becomes something bigger than that, like a theme, an idea, something that at the end of the time, when the credits roll, you're able to kind of get something out of it. So it was a really amazing experience. Thank you for watching, guys. As I would say, the other version of me literally stopped this video to say, please give this video a like, subscribe, share, tell your friends about it. Let everybody know that you're a fan of this channel. And I will do my best to continue creating new content, funny stuff, reviewing all the new stuff that's worth watching and not worth watching, so you don't have to watch it. Thanks again, guys. I really appreciate it. Like, subscribe, share, and I will see you next time.